Hello friends, welcome to Truth of Physics. Today in this video I will discuss on the discontinuity of electric field near a surface charge, or it can be also called the boundary conditions of electric field. Now suppose we have a surface charge. Okay, this is our surface, and suppose this surface has a uniform surface charge density sigma. Now when we move from any point in the upper region to any point in the lower region, we have to cross this surface, right? But we can see then when we cross this surface charge, then there is an abrupt change in the electric field, in the magnitude of the electric field. Now it can so in this video I will discuss on this discontinuity, and in this video I will derive the amount of discontinuity that happens due to crossing this surface. Okay, and I also discuss that why this discontinuity happens. Suppose we have a surface of charge density, sigma. Okay, like this, we have this surface, and to calculate the electric field upper region, in the upper region and in the below region, we have a method. Okay, and this method is, suppose in this surface, okay, in this surface we are considering a Gaussian pillbox. What a Gaussian pillbox means, suppose like this is a box. Okay, now this box, if you have to imagine that this box, we are imagining a imaginary box like this in the surface. Okay, like this is coinciding. Okay, so I think you are understanding. So suppose this is our boundary surface, and the Gaussian pillbox that I have shown you is this. Okay, this is in 3D. Imagine it in 3D like this. This is not a square or a rectangle, this is a, okay, this is like this. Now we have to imagine that the width of this box, Gaussian pillbox, is very much small. Okay, why small? You will later understand why I am assuming this. Now what is our motive? We want to calculate the electric field in upper region, that is denoted by E1 suppose, and the electric field in the lower region. This is our goal. This we want to calculate this, right? And this is our surface charge density. Here is our surface charge density, suppose sigma, and this area, okay, this area, the area of the Gaussian pillbox, the upper surface area is suppose A. That means the area of this, okay, this plane is what? A. Okay, now this A is now, so the charge enclosed by this surface will be what? You have to imagine this. This is inside this surface, right? This box is inside this surface, and so this box means this is a surface, right? This is a total enclosed surface. The charge enclosed by this surface will be what? Just this area, this surface area, the upper surface area into the surface charge density sigma. Okay, so it is clear. So the charge which is situated in this region, you have to imagine that, this, the charge enclosed by this Gaussian pillbox will be what? Sigma into A. Okay, now how can we calculate E1 and E2? We know that from Gauss law, E dot ds, the flux E dot ds is equals to, ds is what? The small area element is sigma, is q enclosed by epsilon 0. So q enclosed by epsilon 0, and q enclosed here is what? Q enclosed means sigma into A by epsilon 0, and this is the closed surface integral. We are dividing this into two parts. Okay, electric field, the perpendicular component or the normal component is electric field, and the tangential component of electric field. So we are first considering the perpendicular component of the electric field. That means we want to calculate the perpendicular component of the electric field. That means electric field in this region is suppose in any direction, any arbitrary direction like this. Okay, suppose. So these have two components. One is perpendicular to this plane. To this plane, one is perpendicular and one is tangential. These two components, and the resultant will be in the direction of the electric field. So this is the resultant electric field, and this is the perpendicular component, and this is the tangential component. Okay, now so for the perpendicular component of electric field, you can easily understand that E dot ds means E dot ds means what? E into ds, modulus of E into modulus of ds into magnitude of E into magnitude of ds into cos theta, but theta is the angle between these. But you can easily understand that the area vector of this plane is is in this direction, the area vector dA, and the electric field, the perpendicular component of electric field is also in this direction. So the dot product will be simply the multiplication of the magnitudes of the to both quantities. That means it will be simply E into ds for the upper and lower surface, right? But for the sides, for these sides, right, for this width, these sides, this side and this side and this side, the area vector is directed along this side, right? But the field, electric field, is perpendicular component of electric field is in this direction. That means the angle is 90 degree between these two. So the flux will be automatically become 0 for these sides. Okay, so the resultant means the actual, this will be what? This means the closed surface integral means the flux over all the surface means like S1 E dot ds into S2 plus S2 E dot ds. So we have to calculate the flux for each and every, we have to calculate the flux for every sides of this Gaussian pillbox. But we have understand that the effective flux will be only for the upper surface and the lower surface. So this will be suppose S1 for the, I am denoting S1 for the upper surface, okay, upper flat surface, and S2 for the lower flat surface. So S1 into E dot ds plus integration S2 into E dot ds, So this will be equals to, now the upper, suppose I am assuming that electric field is directed upward, suppose the perpendicular component, and we are assuming this to be positive. Okay, the upside, we are assuming the upside is positive. So and in the lower region it will be E2, right, E2 perpendicular, and this will be directed in this direction. So this will be E2 and this will be E1, right? Now this will simply be E1 into ds means E1 into A, right? E1 into A, as this will be simply a multiplication, plus this will be for S1, right? Okay, this will be for S1 plus E2 into A. But there is one thing, that E2 into ds, E2 dot ds, but the direction of the area vector for the lower surface will be in downward direction, right? This is directed in downward direction, but the electric field I am assuming in the upward direction, right? E2 is upward direction, we are assuming this, and this we are assuming this positive. So that means the dot product will be just, there is 180 degree the angle, so the dot product will be just minus of the multiplication, minus simply the multiplication of the two, but there will be a minus sign. So this is equals to sigma into A over epsilon naught. So this will be just E1 minus E2 into, if we calculate this will be sigma by A. So this will be E1 minus E2 perpendicular, obviously this is perpendicular components, is equals to sigma over A. That means what is it denoting? That means in the boundary of the surface charge there is a discontinuity between the upper surface and the lower surface. In what? In the electric field, the perpendicular component of the electric field. That means the perpendicular component of electric field differs this amount, sigma over epsilon naught, between the boundary of a surface charge. Okay, towards the previous classes of electrostatics, you can go to the playlist electrostatics for BSc physics. I will give the link of the playlist in the description box, so from there you can go there. Now we will investigate the discontinuity, amount of discontinuity of electric field, of the tangential component of electric field for the upper region and the below region of the surface charge. Okay, so now the electric field, now this is the Gaussian pillbox, again like this, like that. So here now we are considering the electric field in this direction. Okay, previously we are considering the electric field perpendicular, right? But now we are considering the electric field in this direction, the tangential component of electric field. Now if the electric field is in this direction, so here we cannot use the Gauss law, E dot ds, the flux formula, we cannot use here. Why? Because here always this surface, for this surface the area vector is directed in this direction, but the tangential component is in this direction, so these are always perpendicular. And for these surfaces, for these and these, for these sides, the surface area is in this direction and the tangential component is what? In this direction also, right? So you can think that for these surfaces we can easily calculate that, but you have to understand that this width, we are considering this width to be very small. Okay, this width is very small, so we cannot calculate like this. Okay, so for this we have to do another trick, and the trick is we have to use another relation, that is, we know that electric field is always conservative. That means curl of A is equals to 0, right? And from here we can easily come to the point, or you can, I think you all know that the closed E dot dl over any closed curve is equals to always 0. Okay, from here it can be also derived using the Stokes-Curl theorem. So we have to use this. Okay, so here this is our surface. Okay, and we are considering a closed loop. So how this closed loop? The closed loop is like this. The closed loop is like this. Okay, this is circulated like this, like this is the closed loop. This is the closed loop. This is, okay, a line, a closed loop along this. Okay, so now what happens, as the electric field, as we are considering the tangential component of electric field, so the electric field is directed in this way and the dl element is always in this way, so there is no any problem. So we start calculating. Okay, so E dot dl over the closed curve. Now as this width, we are considering this width to be very small. So what happens if this is very small, if this width is very small, then this contribution will be negligible. So we have only the two contributions for the upper length and for the lower length. Okay, so for the upper length, suppose this is a point A, this is point B, this is C, and this is D. So as the width is very small, so this will converge in like very small. Okay, very small. So here A, B and C and D. So as if you can understand that A and D is coinciding and B and C is coinciding. Okay, now from here we can write that for this will be this closed line integral will be what? From A to B into E dot dl. E is directed in this way, suppose. So E into dl, okay, plus integration from C to D, right? we are going from here to here, from A to B, and then from C to D. That means as B and C are, and D and A are coinciding, so we can write C and C to D, or we can write this B to A, right? So B to A is equals to 0. Now this will be what? E dot dl. This will be simply E dl, as the direction is in the same direction, so this will be E dot dl A to B. Okay, suppose this length is L. Okay, so this will be what? This will be just E into B minus A. That means just this will be what? This will be just the length. So this will be E into the L. Okay, so this will be just E into L, and this term, and this will be plus of minus into, if we change the limit, from B to A, if we change from A to B, then there will be a minus sign, okay, into E dot dl, and E dot dl will be just E dl. So this will be equals to 0. Now you can have a doubt that why I am writing this E dot dl, as here when we come from C point to D point, the line element is in this direction. You can just think it, the line element, you can have a doubt, line element is in this direction dl, and the electric field is directed in this direction. So here E dot dl will be what? E dot dl will be just minus of E dl. You can just have a doubt here, right? But the thing cannot be possible, because we are considering this thing in the limit. We are considering the negative sign of this in the limit. So how can we consider this thing in 2 times? That will be wrong. If we write E dot dl, for E dot dl will be minus, so we have to just put the limits same. Okay, I think you are understanding that thing, that we are considering the sign, we are considering this sign in the limit. In this derivation, I am considering the sign of this in the limit. You can understand this, and that's why I am only writing E dot dl E dl, and I am not considering this thing. Okay, so this will be, again minus will be taken outside, and this will be just E into B minus A, like this, B minus, and this will also be E into L, right? And this will be E2, as this is for C to D, this is for C to D, which is coinciding, but this is in the lower region, right? So this will be just E2, here the electric field, okay, downward, and in the upper region the electric field, the tangential component of electric field is E1, and in the lower region this is E2, suppose, and I am denoting the parallel component or the tangential component like this, okay, parallel sign. So this will be parallel, this will be parallel, this is 1, this is 2, so this will be equals to 0. That means E1 parallel is equals to E2 parallel, as B minus A or L. B minus A is what? L cannot be 0. So this will be our conclusion. That means the parallel component of electric field does not have any abrupt change. That means does not have any discontinuity. There is no discontinuity in the parallel component of electric field near a surface charge. So as a whole, we can the conclusion will be, the perpendicular component, for the perpendicular component of the electric field, the relation was E1 perpendicular minus E2 perpendicular is equals to sigma over epsilon naught. That means there is an discontinuity of this amount, but in the parallel component of electric field near a surface charge there is no discontinuity. That means the parallel component of electric field is continuous. Okay, so I think that the things that I have explained in this video, you have understood each and every part of this concepts very clearly. So if you like this video, then subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon for getting the latest notification of my upcoming videos, and share this video with your friends so that they can also understand these crucial concepts. So take care of yourself. Thank you for watching.